changes over the last 50, 60 years?
As you could have seen yourself, that Padrauna, in the olden days it was part of the Commissionary of Gorakhpur, also Padrauna. And in the changes that have come about now have been tremendous in this area. What has happened that most of this area, you'll be surprised to know that Gorakhpur itself has been put down as a C-grade hill station during the British Raj. But what happened during the time, because all this area was basically very forested. This was dense forest leading right up to Nepal. In these last 50, 60 years, what has happened that there has been total cutting and felling of trees. The climates have changed totally. And during the Zamindari times, there was not so much felling of trees. But in the last 50, 60 years, as you must have seen driving all the way from Gorakhpur till Padrauna, that there are hardly any trees. The new trees farmers are putting on the boundaries of their farms. But the major thing in the change in the last 50, 60 years has been the great felling of trees. What has spoiled it more is that in the Zamindari time, the felling of trees and the total deforestation of this area has changed. There has been tremendous felling of trees plus an explosion in the population, which has led to immense other infrastructural problems in this area, be it Gorakhpur, be it the eastern parts of this area. Secondly, the problems which have arisen here, during the 50s and the 60s, there was a lot of work done here as far as canaling, etc., which took place. The changes that took place in the basic zamindars in this region was that they were mostly dependent on taxes from the land, plus the land they tilled. But what has happened after independence is the zamindars or the local rajas, what has happened is that after the Sealing Act and the abolition of the Zamindari Act, they were left without any other source of income and not being able to adjust in the new era which came into India. So they were actually very badly hit because their whole existence was on land revenue collection, and they held large tracts of land which were suddenly overnight taken away from them. So the zamindars were affected in a major way in these parts because the Sealing Act, which was brought in by the Congress, and the law was very stringent, and a lot of people actually got benefits of the land. And you see, including my family, most of my land is still by the poor people of this region. But as it is very not on the main line, it has still to get a lot of help from the government, from the state government and from the central government. There have been local people who have local politicians and people who have risen from here and done a lot of good for the region. But it still needs to be put firmly on the map of India because it still remains in the backwaters of India and UP.